Alright, time for the next installment of the beginner's guide for season 13. Today we'll be doing Vi. I will be facing a Mundo, which is actually not that good for me. Because, well, his passive blocks my Q, like knockback, so comboing him will be a little bit more annoying. And he does... he technically is quite scary in the early game, but yeah, I will be okay here. This is beginner series, so this is going to be a lower rated game, so you guys are aware. Definitely not any higher elos here. I want to replicate the same type of teammates and the same enemies you would face in situations if you are newer to the game. And yeah, there will be a playlist in the description for all the beginner's guide I'll be doing for season 13. You can check that out there. I will upload daily with new champions to cover all of them, so make sure to subscribe as well so you don't miss any. And maybe hit the like button if you enjoy the series. Now for Vi, her abilities, you want to start with W here. This is the best thing to start with. Every third hit, it does physical damage based on HP percentage, max HP percentage, reduces armor, and gives you attack speed for 4 seconds. So this is really good to start with. And for Vi as well, your jungle start has to be, or I say has to be, doesn't have to be, but the best way to start is always on blue. Because going blue Gromp into wolves is the most efficient way you can clear with Vi. With the new pet system, they did make it more possible to start red, but it's still slower. And it's still not something I would necessarily recommend, because going QE like this, it just makes it way faster to do these two camps. And without having all 3 of your abilities, doing Raptors and Crocs takes a lot longer. So that's why I don't really recommend it. I also don't recommend smiting this, because you can use your smite on wolves. Since this is a single target camp, it will go down quite quickly to like W's and stuff. But because of the AoE nature for this camp, if you smite this, it's going to be a little bit better. I did not mean to auto attack a small one there. Auto attack both of those. Spread out my damage a bit here, use the pet to my advantage. There you go. Good. Now we have all of our abilities, so we can use this. The E for Vi is just an auto attack reset, basically. The target you hit leaves, like, there's a cone coming out of that target, which will do damage to the enemies behind it. And that's about all it is. It has a charge system, so you can stack up charges passively, pretty much, and have 2 charges ready to go. But nothing much to that ability. And for Vi's Q, you just, well, the longer you hold it, the more damage it's going to do, and the more range the dash is going to have, is basically what it is. So, yeah. Ult also, just click on the target, it will chase that target, it will knock it up, you will be put behind the target, and that can be used to chase them down, get easy kills with it. You don't really need the potion, by the way, to clear with Vi. It's pretty healthy, especially if you use your blast shield very efficiently, which you don't really have to do, but if you do, then it is pretty healthy. But the potion is mostly for like early game plays or fights. You may have seen me, we're just gonna loop around, make sure to pop the potion here to be safe. 2 charge up. She just used her like E thing to go for this guy. There we go. He does not have TP on either side. If this is the case, you pretty much always want to push out the wave. So that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to push out the wave so the Wukong gets the recall for free, since he is very low on HP and he does need that recall pretty badly. Now, it's a big risk for me to go for the top scuttle here at the moment, because I don't really, like, Wukong won't be there. We have no vision over the mid laner. My Vlad's pushed in. The Mundo is probably finishing his full clear. So going for the top scuttle here is not that good. Because of the assist, I ended up being able to buy the Dirk. If you don't get the potion to start your jungle clear with, you have that little bit of extra gold to be able to buy this easier. You also have the Futures Market to afford it. This is like one of those big things why Futures Market is so good, because if you can get like an assist, even an assist with Treasure Hunter early, buying that Dirk as quickly as possible does a lot of damage. Look at how much damage I just did. There he goes. And that's all because I had Dirk. In a second I'll explain the combo. I'm gonna see if I can reach this guy still. I can. That's about all the damage I can do though. This guy is going deep. Holy moly, Vladimir. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay. His Raptor should be here. Let's take these real quick. If you have an opportunity to take it, come from the enemy jungler, always do so. Very, very valuable. And also, there's no reason to leave any small ones anymore in this season, so we're just gonna finish this off. I can't take anything here. I can't go for dragon because of priority difference on bot lane is pretty big. So if I would go like dragon, for example, while I might be able to kill the dragon, the risk of me dying is very high. Bot lane is getting pushed in. The Mundo is going to come back on the map very shortly here, and that will just pose a big threat to me. So going for dragon there is not a viable choice. The option there that I do have, obviously, is going for the one camp from the Mundo there. The Raptor camp is viable. But after this, my entire jungle is up, so we'll take a priority on making sure that I keep consistent XP tempo going. What is the guy doing? Can you get lost, please? Even like taking anything from me as a jungle is just kind of sucks. XP wise, why? What?
If you hit a wall, hit it
What's going on with Vladimir? I'm confused. There's a chance Mundo is doing dragon here, but even if he does that, I don't really mind too much because he will be investing quite a lot of time into doing that. I mean, Vlad's not going mid, so I might as well take the wave then. This is what he wants to do. I'm not going to give up on a free wave, you know, that'd be a complete waste. It's a massive wave as well. It's fair. I don't really care about the dragon, it's okay. Because I gained a lot while he did dragon. Also, I didn't really have room for dragon because Vlad was low HP. Malzahar had complete priority. My bot lane is all the way pushed into the turret. There is really not much I'm going to be able to do to prevent that dragon from happening, if that makes sense. So that's why we don't really care too much. Don't try to like fight a dragon when it's just gonna be very difficult. Always look at your laners, see if they are able to respond. Like maybe I could have countered the dragon there potentially if my Vladimir was like full HP actually sitting mid lane, for example. Like I could have maybe tried to force some type of fight. But with the Vladimir being in base and being low HP and stuff, there's just not much that's gonna go on. It's just is what it is type of deal. Oh god, please die. I can't. That sucks. Just ult her. Yeah. I suppose that's somewhat my bad. The thing with Illaoi is it makes it a bit more interesting on that matter, because Illaoi is a champ that thrives when there are more champions around her. So it would be a... seriously? I actually have to push this wave in, otherwise that would be a problem situation for my Wukong, because it would freeze outside. Yeah, if it was any other champion, like, ideally there, I probably should have just ditched the Scuttle and just ran up. Yeah, I'd lose Scuttle now. It is what it is. I was hoping to finish it and then run up, but if I do that against an Illaoi specifically, I would most likely be dead anyway. Because if I go into her ult and she is actively having her ult up and hitting us both with those tentacles slamming down, we most likely both die. So I think overall, I should have just finished the Scuttle and cleaned up the Illaoi myself, assuming Wukong would die. Like, hindsight, I think that's the best play. But reacting to the play and trying to kill her would maybe be the good play or the better play. I'm not 100% sure on that one, honestly. Illaoi is a special case. But yeah, I mean, I cleaned up the Illaoi. I lost my Scuttle eventually in the end anyway, so I guess it is what it is. But... holy, that Wukong is going for some spice. This Mundo is focusing on the objectives, which is fair. Honestly, it's okay. Again, losing objectives early doesn't really matter too much, because you can clearly see what already is happening here. I'm already gaining a lot of farm tempo on this Mundo, so he's gonna face me later and he's just gonna instantly die off of fights. It's just gonna be a problem for him. This is a very spicy Wukong build. I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm gonna wait with going mid until I hit my ultimate here, and then I can go over the wall and potentially go try to fight this. Here it is. We're gonna get one bounce here, and then it's gonna be kill the Rift Herald type deal. Actually, note here that the Malzahar doesn't have any mana, so we can much more aggressively force here. I suck. Okay, cool. If the Malzahar had more mana there, I had to be more respectful, but because he didn't, I don't really have to worry. Also, this is a option. There we go. What we note there is why the reason I do that is the Mundo doesn't have his passive up in that moment in time. So I can use that to my advantage, because then hitting him with Q doesn't proc his passive instantly, which means he gets CC'd. And then I can use my Q, flash Q, sorry. You want to charge up your Q fully and then flash, then release your Q. And then you can just instantly get the combo on them there. It's a massive range thing that you can do that is very unpredictable, like hard to deal with for the enemy if they don't have a flash. Or like even good ping. Good ping plays a role in that. Dodging that's pretty difficult. So yeah, that's what happened there. I could just get in range with that. He doesn't have his passive up, so he will get CC'd and I can just finish him off. Right, so let's get the scuttle here and we continue to clear upwards. We want to make sure we get our jungle cleared. We do want to note here that the dragon's going to spawn in about 30 seconds. So now we definitely want to make sure we get to that dragon. So we are going to finish these camps here and then recall, get to the dragon, which should probably be in time, but damn, my Vlad died again. I think I can afford the smite here. Timing wise, I think it should be fine. I definitely should recall though, but we're gonna lose mid turret here because Vlad died. It's okay. Let's just take the back, take the CDR boots here. And then we go for the... I think magic resist arm, I don't know. I'll just get this for now. I need to rush the dragon. We lost just mid turret here, which is, I guess, fine. My priority right now is going to be this dragon. I am currently 2 levels higher than the Mundo. He has spent a lot of time taking dragons and Rift Heralds, which I translated into just getting the getting the farm instead of the objective. So I have a lead now, pretty big lead at that. He's doing dragon, obviously. There we go. Don't know if he has ult or not, but we're just going to keep hitting him. There we go. Q, auto attack, then use the E for auto attack reset. What I did here is I Q in first, get rid of the Mundo passive, then I ult. When the Malzahar stands close to you, everyone that's close to Vi ult gets knocked back to the side as well. So I can use that to my advantage to also damage them with the Vi ult. So the more, like the closer people are standing together, the more damage Vi ult's going to do overall. So you can use that to your advantage there. So since the Malzahar stepped in, I instantly decided to ult. Instead of trying to like hold it for when they flash or something, like I would always recommend. There are certain situations in fights like that, where you just want to use it when they're clumped together, because then your ult will hit everything. And that will be the best thing you can do. But for any gank situation ever, always lead in with Q first. And then if they flash or dash away, that's when you ult. You don't go any sooner with your ult. You don't lead with your ult. That's always a bad choice. Never do that. Unless like the target's like 2 HP basically and you're guaranteed to get the kill with ultimate. That's the only exception where you can do it. That's literally the only one though. So keep that in mind. Okay. With Illaoi, we have to note, as soon as she lands her E for like an ult tentacle hit, that's gonna be a problem. Let's kill the tentacle here. Very good flash. Need to step up to the side and like kind of weave her a bit better. There we go. If she lands the tentacle and starts ulting, you need to burst her as fast as possible or run. It's either one of those two. She was low enough for me to just get the burst off, but I also make sure I smite there, and I would have ulted if I would have needed to do that. Just get as much damage as quickly as possible, because you do not want to get her or let her get many hits with those tentacles. That is a bad thing to happen. Do that, and then actually, I think I do this instead. Having the just the Hex Drinker for now is very good. I couldn't buy my Death's Dance, otherwise I would have, but I think the Hex Drinker is very valuable at the moment. You're gonna build both of them anyway, so the Maw and the Death's Dance is very standard to build both for this build setup. So don't worry about that one too much, but yeah, definitely I think the Hex Drinker shield for now with the money I had there is the best investment I can get. Let's hit level 11 here, by the way, before I look for any bot plays. I definitely want to make sure I prioritize getting the level first. There is no... Okay, cool. She's gonna control her, that's fine. I want to take the scuttle in the meantime. I lose Rift Herald here if I go bot lane. But I think I go bot lane anyway, because in top lane Wukong died to Illaoi. So I don't think I'm gonna get much in the first place. We're under turret. There we go. Kill this guy quickly. There we go. Very good. obviously prioritize the 80 carry there, and then we can follow up from there. I'm gonna lose the Rift Herald here most likely, but I wouldn't have been able to fight topside, so I made the choice to just go dive bot lane because the wave was pushing in. And then, yeah. Now what I did in that fight, again, lead the Q, and then I hold my ultimate. I then use that Q auto attack E with the E reset after the auto attack to just burst as hard as I can. And then a second she started like using her dashes, flashes, ult, whatever, the type of stuff to get away. That's when I press my ultimate to chase her, so I will be able to get the kill guaranteed. This is not good. He's running from me. I need a flash because I can't disrespect the Malzahar ultimate. He's gonna ult me. This Rylai's is a pain in my ass. I have to. I can't do this. Yeah, the Vladimir made a very big mistake towards me right there. And that is, he ran. Instead of playing towards me, he ran completely away. So I can't do anything. Ideally, what I want to see there for like an optimal play setup is the Vlad stands still. He gets Malzahar ultimate. I instantly interrupt the Malzahar ultimate and we win the fight. That's what I wanted to happen. But because he ran from me in such a manner that I really couldn't do anything anymore afterwards, I can't. I literally can't. I would get Malzahar ulted because he wouldn't have gotten Malzahar ulted, and then it would just be bad. That makes sense. So that's why that happened. Oh god. I can't go in. This is a bad situation to be in. It's gonna be a 4v1 basically, 4v3 at least. I don't know. This is just not good. It's not worth risking my life for something really here. I need this dragon. I cannot give up on this dragon. I'm gonna go for the Blitzcrank here. There's the flash. He got away, but I think I should be able to get the dragon based off that though. I need to stand behind the dragon so I don't get blitz hooked here. Mundo can't get over the wall, so I don't have to worry about that. But as long as I make sure I position myself behind the dragon so the blitz hook is not going to get me over the wall or anything, should be able to get this here. Perfect. Interesting how he's doing my camps here. He has a mid wave under his turret and he's doing my raptor, so I guess I'll just take his wave then. Oh, rip cannon. Like, I don't understand this logic. Like, he just takes my camp instead of taking the mid wave. When it's just clearly there. Oh, I give it to him anyway. I don't want him to rage quit. But this just doesn't make any sense. Because I gain more XP from the raptor camp and he just gains... I saw what he was going to do. I wasn't planning on smiting the red buff, but he was walking up to it to just Q it on the back end there. I'm going to ult this guy and just CC lock him as much as I can there. So he doesn't get any of his abilities off. He was obviously going to look for an Alawi ult there. With a bunch of tentacles, that could be a problem, so I just rather use my ult to be safe. I also have a lot of gold there, so I don't want to risk it too much. I'll commit to buying this here, and then we'll go for these two items for inventory like value, I suppose. Use Futures Market. We're gonna go Dev's Dance, and then we're gonna build Cleaver. Oh, on my way. This is gonna be so bad if they don't kill this. Oh boy, my pathing here is not good. I'm not clipping any bushes. Oh, they're kiting. They're kiting. Alright. Very respectable. Well done, Zeri. Good. That's what we like to see. Good stuff. They won. It's a little bit of a scary one there, honestly, but my team pulled it off, so we're happy. I should have pathed through the jungle more. The auto-pathing kind of got me on that one, I think. Because if I hit bushes with the blue smite that I have, I obviously gain more movement speed, which would be faster to get to a play. You definitely want to prioritize that if you can. Yeah. I am currently 3 levels higher than him. He's invested a lot of time. Like, he's invested time on the Rift Herald and Dragons when his camps were all up, so he lost a lot of jungle efficiency overall, which cost him a lot of experience over time, which gives me a level lead. All of these camps are down in this situation, though. I'll explain the play in a second. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I did there, something to note about Malzahar, he has a passive spell shield, right? You can use your smite to get rid of the spell shield. I obviously lost vision, so my combo wasn't as smooth. But because I went with a Q charge towards him, if I normally do that, he would just spell shield to Q charge and he wouldn't get knocked back. But before I made contact with him, I made sure to smite his shield away. So he would get knocked back by it and I could like do damage to him. I then auto attack instantly ult him. So his reaction speed is probably going to be to look to ult me for the most part. And if he does that... 1 second again. Okay, cool. So if he does that, then I ult him to cancel his ultimate straight away. Vi can't get interrupted in her ultimate, so I can use that to my advantage there. Missed that one. And then combo him out. Instantly also getting the Mundo passive with his sideways knock from my ultimate. And that way I can combo them out correctly together without losing anything for it. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope I explained that well. Obviously, you can ask questions about it if it's something is not clear. And then right here, I just use my Q charge flash to close the gap on the Alawi. Get that done. Don't have to do anything about that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, against things like Malzahar, this guy is actually actively trying to take everything from me. This is crazy. Look at him. He tried to Q that one. You can just see it by his champion animation. I don't know what he's doing with that. But okay then, I guess. The dragon in 50 seconds is my biggest priority here. That's definitely something I need to make sure to get. Let's walk up towards Mundo here as well. We're going to use the Q over the wall here. We close this distance as quick as possible. Yeah, good, solid. Dragon's 30 seconds. I should be able to afford enough time to walk past this scuttle, kill the scuttle real quick. And then I can walk down towards dragon, get it on spawn. It seems that my team might need some assistance as well. I'm gonna... my team is kind of whatever. I can't reach that anyway. So they either win it or they don't. I'm just gonna push in the wave, so I have the wave pushing towards them for the dragon. And it seems that my team did lose it. So what we're gonna do now is instead of starting dragon, we're gonna walk into the jungle, sweep here. That's unfortunate. They think I'm there, so I might be able to use this plant to surprise them, hopefully. I need to ult this guy. I need to make sure he dies right away. HP is too risky to commit to. I didn't know whether Malzahar ulted or not, so I had to respect that, unfortunately. Hook baited, but I'm gonna lose dragon here. Yeah, I lose dragon here. Fair enough. It kind of is what it is. My team died. There's nothing I can do about the dragon. They get it there. If I was able to kill... Like, if I knew whether or not Malzahar had ultimate, I would have won the fight completely. But if I don't ult Malzahar and he has ult available to do something with it, then I lose. Because I will be able... Yeah, at that point I'll be screwed. So I had to ult him because I wasn't sure. And because I had to ult him, I lose that fight because I can't then use my ultimate to use on the gap closer for the Kai'Sa. So I can't get on Kai'Sa correctly when Blitzcrank intervenes, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's basically how that play turned out. Should be able to just Baron here, I think. Based on that Malzahar's positioning and also the Mundo there, it doesn't really look like they have any vision on this. So this is going to be very free Baron for us. Yeah, at that point, I just have to make sure that I play safe, because I'm worth a lot on kill. And losing a dragon is less of a problem than me losing my life to someone in that moment in time, because losing my life is going to give a lot of experience to whoever kills me, plus 1,000 gold. Yeah, like, imagine, man. Jesus Christ, just let me get the farm. Let me get the jungle camps, at least. That's all I ask for. Ooh, Mundo. Oh no, oh no, don't body block me, that's gonna suck. Ah, man. I'm CC'd, I'm CC'd, I'm CC'd! Oh, ouch! Malzahar ultimate, you suck. That was a scary one. I was hoping and really the way I played that fight, I was really hoping that the Malzahar wouldn't press ult on me and would use it on like Vladimir or something. I was like trying to stall out that fight to the point where they wouldn't use their abilities on me and I can then turn and like let Vlad die, but kill them myself, if that makes sense. E gives extra auto attack range. Ah, I thought he was going to step down there. Okay, got him with that. I don't think I can stay here. Oh, I'm dead. Leave. Okay, leave. I do not... Oh, I hate you, Malzahar. You... Jesus Christ. I really got scared for Illaoi being able to just absolutely obliterate me with her, like, clone shadow thing. That would have been a problem. I need to get mercs here, I think, as well. Late game, the value of CDR boots is really bad. It doesn't really give you anything. So definitely ditching those. I think a second life makes a lot of sense for me here, build-wise. This last item slot is very versatile. You can build a bunch of different things. These other 4 items plus the boots are kind of locked in the place regardless. But the last slot's like, you can do whatever you want. I think I'm going to go for the Guardian Angel because it does provide with a nice bit of dive potential. Like I could just hard commit the plays and have a second life to deal with those plays. That is quite nice. Did end up taking my bot side. Interesting. Scout the jungle here for wards. One kill. One shot him. Killed this guy. Instantly Q. Oh, dude. I got delayed there on something. I don't even know what I got delayed on. Can I... Oh, I got slowed too hard there. Fair enough. The Mundo slowed me a lot, so I couldn't really do anything. I'm gonna have to go for one of his camps to regenerate my HP back to full. I don't have to recall here. I just need one of these camps to be up, and I can use this to my advantage to heal a bit. That's at least half HP again from a single camp.
I don't need a plan.
The dragon's in 50. Check the red buff as well, I think. I'm at least like half HP, so at least I'm not like actually dying, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what I'm thinking is going to happen here. They're going to go for like any type of fight angle, and I'm just going to look for the play. On bot lane for the turret. Combo this guy out as hard as I can. Play is going to happen on top. They're going to have to clear the bot wave, so I'm just going to walk up here. I don't know what I can expect from Vladimir. I'm just going to run top. Clean this play up real quick. This guy's not paying attention, so he's dead. He was looking in his item shop. That will tend to happen. Mundo was dead for 20 seconds, so I think I should be okay. Gonna Q over this wall and then use the blue to get in range. Interrupt that dash there with my Q. There we go. And then we just charge towards the dragon as fast as I can. She was about to kill him, but then I used my Q, the timing-wise, to interrupt her, to knock her back so she can't hit that combo. Now I need to make sure I get this dragon. Red's definitely something I would like to get on the enemy side, but dragon takes priority, so I don't know if I want to actually be able to get it. I could go for it probably, so I will. Ooh, there's a blitzcrank here. Didn't get to ult him, really. I gave up. He knows he's dead. Okay, cool. That's fine with me. How much is this? 1700. That should allow me to buy the red potion as well with my futures marker. That's quite nice. Beautiful. Very good damage now. I'm going to quickly yoink our red buff here, and then we're going to go rejoin the team real quick.
Let's get cracking.
Use the blast plant. Enemy blues up as well. Ideally, I would like to get this. Vlad's gonna like do whatever Vlad does. This guy's like not even playing the game, so I guess it's fine. Smite this. kill. I'm gonna ult this guy straight away so he can't ult anything, and then he's just dead. I got silenced there so I couldn't use my E, it seems. Go for the Kaisa since she's an easy one-shot. There we go. Perfect. Clear the top wave here. Ooh, she died. Okay, well, fair enough. Be able to just focus on turrets. Connect with this guy, and then make sure to kill him there. Focus down the turret here, and then we finish out the game. Yeah, that's it for Vi. If you guys have any questions, make sure to put us in the comments below. And I'll go move on to the endgame stats now. Alright, so for the endgame stats here as well, I ended up doing 47,000 damage, which is pretty much double the rest of the game. Very, very good there. Not bad at all. True damage at 1800, 1900. Damage to objectives at 56.1k. I did have to give some objectives, and he did prioritize like taking both the Rift Heralds early and the Dragon early, which cost him a lot throughout the rest of the game, but he definitely got those objectives for his team. So fair play to him, I suppose. But yeah, if you are the winning jungler, this objective damage should be the highest. You should have this the highest. If that is not the case, that is definitely something you should always look at the end of your games, because that means you are not prioritizing your objectives correctly or not going for objectives enough, and that's a clear sign for that. Healing done at 10k. Vladimir obviously has a lot more, but yeah, that's the Vladimir. Damage taken at 24.7k. Vi should not really take too much damage. A lot of this damage will be self-mitigated damage. That's what you will see in a second because of the shields you have from Eclipse and your passive, so that should be a pretty high stat. But damage taken itself generally shouldn't be too high because, one, you one-shot them because you do a lot of damage, but two, the blast shield and the Eclipse, which you will see right now, will give you a lot of self-mitigated damage. So 54.8k alongside this is obviously still a good amount of damage taken, but this is going to be higher for the most part if you play correctly around your engages due to blast shields and Eclipse shields and stuff like that. Gold earned at 18.9k. And for the runes, Hail of Blades with 86 attacks made. That's very good. Sudden impact for 2000 damage. We use Treasure Hunter and Futures Market for game tempo. So being able to buy early Dirk, being able to get those item spikes much quicker, because Vi snowballs really hard. So the quicker you can get to those spikes, the harder you can start snowballing, and the more that gets out of control. And the boots just not that, like, so I don't have to buy them, so I can save myself additional gold. Like, all the gold saving is pretty much the crucial part with these 3 runes to be able to efficiently and smoothly go through your build. Even if you don't get super fed, or even if you don't land as many kills, you will still be able to get those item power spikes for the most part. So yeah, that is it for Vi, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.